Okay, Aaron in Ohio, this is your new DX5000 Plus. So we're just going to do a quick video for you, and it's going to send out to you today. So it's looking like probably about a week is the time right now for orders. So about a week, or depending on, variable factors and stuff, maybe a week and a half. It's just what it is right now, so nothing I can really change. I can't sit here all day and do this stuff, I got a lot of other responsibilities with my job and my family and all that. So hope everybody's patient. Most guys are really good about that, and they understand. I do the best I can. All this stuff takes time. I could just flat out say no more videos and stuff, and I know guys get disappointed and stuff. So kind of is what it is. So we'll just keep doing what we're doing here and try to work through these orders in a timely manner. So here's your radio. I haven't done anything to it quite yet except run the PC programming. I am running a factory mic that you'll get with it. Now this isn't yours, but this is the mic that comes with it. It's a dynamic mic. It doesn't sound too bad. I mean, it does have a little area right here where the voice goes into, just that small little hole, kind of like some of the other radios with the electric capsules in them. This is a dynamic mic. It does have channel up and down, so if you like that, you can run this mic. It's fine. It doesn't sound too bad and everything. So I don't know if a lot of guys really sometimes give these a lot of credit, but they sound pretty good for what they are. It matches up well with the radio. The radio is definitely a dynamic setup in the menu from the factory. So if you want to run optional electret condenser mics that aren't powered by like a battery, then there's options like that out there too, where you would have to switch the mic type, and it will charge the condenser in there and give you modulation. But we're just going to use this today. Now, just for demonstration with this mic, and the mic gain is all the way up here. If we go into this setting where I turn the noise gate on, and then the talk back is almost all the way up. It goes to 63, so it's up quite a bit. And we have the echo on a little bit. See the NG lights up when we're transmitting. So check 1 2, check 1 2, hello, check 1 2. So you kind of have to speak into this mic a little bit. It is what it is, but the sound is pretty good out of it. Obviously on the video, it's probably not going to sound like what you would hear on the air. So don't take what you hear on the video as, oh, the radio is, videos are videos, radio is radio. So you're never going to get a good interpretation of how something sounds through a video, because you're using a speaker and a phone or a television or whatever. So it's just not a fair comparison. Radios are radios, and everything else is everything else. So I'm going to go through the alignment really quick on this, get it all set up, and then I'll just come back and show you the power and the receive, and then that's it. I'm going to get it ready to ship out to you. Okay, Aaron, I got your radio all done. I'm back on it, and I got the Roger beep, so it's just so you can hear it. There it is. That's what the Roger beep will sound like. Function RB button shuts off the function tone, so now you won't hear it, but you'll still hear it. It'll still go over the air. You won't get those annoying beeps. When you change settings, again, if you want to use the factory mic, it sounds pretty good, so I think it'll do you okay if that's what you want to use. I'm not going to continue to go over the whole spiel with the microphone wiring. I think that's been covered enough. I'll shut the beep off for you. Just a quick overview of the RF power. Whoops, just here. All the way up is about 8 watts. All the way down is 1 on AM, on FM. All the way up is about 35. All the way down is about 1. And on sideband, all the way up is about 35 to 40 peak. And all the way down, I think, is less than 4. So it's pretty adjustable there. On AM, with it all the way down, the swing is a little less. It's going to be kind of one of those situations where you might get a few swaths of higher power, but obviously without the right power meter to measure that, you're not going to see much there. So it's entirely up to what you might have. But I do not recommend running your RM small RMs that you have with these. with this radio, it's just not really beneficial. I mean, the radio is already pushing about 40 anyways, so you know, if you're going to push 100 or something, it's going to give you a little bit, but there's a lot of room for a mistake with a higher power radio like this. So I don't know what the heck that was. I think a bird just ran into my gutter or my overhang of my house. It's a little cooler up here in Michigan today. I got the window open. Just got, the funny thing is I got the AC fixed and running, and then now it gets cool. So such is life. Such is life, I guess. I like having the window open though. It's much more enjoyable having fresh air come in. So let's just look at the radio's power and the frequency and all that good stuff. So first we'll look at the freq counter here and try to get this situated for us. Kind of went for a little ride. There's the frequency. I'll do sideband frequency. I haven't shown that in a while, but it is a really important aspect of these radios. Of how good they are and stuff, so how stable and everything. So this is upper side with a 1 kilohertz test tone. We're going to be looking at about 27,306 as soon as I send the tone in. There you go. So that's really nice. And we'll just keep it in sideband and put the mic back on here. Come up here to the power meter. And so on sideband, our peak power is somewhere between 35 and 40. Every once in a while it might go over 40, but you know, realistically it's a good 35 to 40 watt radio. So, you know, kind of the mid power radio. I like this power level. I think it's really nice. So, you know, I'm not a big power junkie where I gotta run the most and the best and all that. So I like just to run mild power and kind of like, if we're only talking skip, which a lot of guys, that's really all they want to do, kind of just let conditions dictate where and when you're going to go to places, and if you don't have the conditions, then I guess like me, I'm kind of humble and say, well, I don't have the conditions, maybe I'll try it once or twice with a little higher power situation, and if that doesn't work, then I just kind of take it for what it is. But some guys get really discouraged by that. Maybe it's just experiment, not enough experience. I don't know, but you know, conditions can come and go at the drop of a hat. So we all kind of learn that as we go in the hobby. But there's your AM power, anyways, about 40 again, just like I said. And then we'll just back this all the way down now in AM. It's just under 1 watt, and maybe we'll see some of those swaths of power as I speak here. Yeah, like right there. That's very uncharacteristic. A 20 to 1 carrier to peak ratio is not really desired. So, you know, we have to remember that although it looks cool on a power meter and stuff, that's not really how we should want to operate on AM. For more consistency and better reliability, we should all be using FM over AM, I think, in the US. I think it's very much not taken for how important it should be in the hobby. FM can get us so much more reliability because the power is constant. Everybody wants power, but for some reason FM is always highly overlooked. So as soon as we key our microphone, there's our low power on FM, and then if we gradually bump this up, it never changes. I mean, it's constant. So I don't know why the big power hungry guys don't just grasp FM for how good it actually is. I mean, as soon as I press the microphone, we're right around 35, and we just sit there at 35, and it's all about the deviation level at that point. If you have a good amount of deviation, no matter what kind of frequency you're on or whatever, whether it's, you know, the amateur radio spectrum or like this, you know, it really is important to realize how good FM can be for us. And it's just like turning the light switch on in the room. You go from dark to bright, and it stays bright. As long as the bulb has life in it, it's going to produce that light, and that's what FM does. You know, as soon as you project the power, it's there and it doesn't stop. So we don't have all that instantaneous loss from the carrier to the modulation and everything in between. But I don't know, sometimes it's just what it is, I guess, with FM. So maybe someday when the next generation of radio operators come to be, and I'm old and gray and not working anymore and just kind of sitting back in the chair relaxing, and maybe having some grandkids running around or something. When I go to the radio, maybe FM will be more highly looked at in America. I don't know. I know in other parts of the world it already is. So I think for whatever reason we're still stuck on this whole AM thing, and just don't think it's really ever going to change. But anyhow, we're going to go and look at receive now. It's going to be AM receive. Probably the next solar cycle in another 20 years or something, when we have really good conditions, there's going to be a huge changeover in what the radio hobby is going to be like. And I don't know what it's going to be because I can't predict the future, but I think it'll be quite different. I'm hoping that there'll still be a lot of interest in the radio hobby, and that's, I guess, yet to be seen. Who knows? It's really hard to say what the hobby's going to be like in that day and age. But I'm not going to play the tone through the Cynator. We're just going to leave that volume down. So it's kind of annoying, but it is running. The 1K tone is going in from the generator. It says 30% modulation on AM, so it's about 115 negative dBm. There's 114.1. It's generally where these always come in. You guys can't see the meter. Sorry, you're looking at the power meter. There we go. So, and wrong piece of equipment here. Where is it? On the bottom. Looking at it and not through the viewfinder. So there's that. We'll go to sideband now, and we will get rid of this. And actually, I was 1K up on frequency when I did that side or AM test, which the radio is pretty reliable in the sense that it can still recognize that the signal's close enough to the carrier that it worked. Here's 129.1 on sideband. Now this is the correct frequency, so there you have it. So it's all set, Aaron. I'm gonna call it good on this and gonna get it sent to you, and I hope you enjoy it, and we'll catch you guys later. 73 more to come.